It be that R, it be that A, it be that I. Our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S. On our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Give me a snack, I'ma turn it to some rags. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That be a fact, I've let it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me in, but I've been down since the 90s. You don't want the black hole, homie, don't try me. Raiders roll deep, some say that we grind me, but we bring the revenue every time we grindin'. Third and some, and Wallace done. Renfro caught it, and now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden, Al Davis, and all of the Raiders fans that we lost since the beginning. Give me that R, it be that A, it be that I. Our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S. On our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Just wanna be the haters.
Raiders, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Protect the Shield podcast. This is the home of the authentic Raider talk. It's your boy Chris, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. Man, appreciate you guys coming through, chilling with me on this Friday. You guys could be anywhere else, especially on this long weekend, you know, so got the holiday and all that. So hope everybody got some good plans. In fact, in the chat, man, let me know what you guys got going on for the holiday, man. I might pull up to somebody's cookout, man, eat all the food. That's what I'm about. But, you know, I hope everybody does it safe. Hope you guys have a good drink. Don't drink and drive. Spend time with the family, man. But I want to, you know, first thing first, I always got to show love to my favorite people in the world. Shout out to the Shield Squad salute. So I want to salute to everybody in the Shield Squad, man, that's here, man. So start off my boy Robert Pena, man. Appreciate you, Pena, in the building. Raiders. Got my boy Raider Paul in the building. Appreciate you. Got a member, 1/4 of TRS, the Raider Syndicate, Leo in the building. Got my dog, got another 1/4 of the Raider Syndicate, my big bro, Turf. What's up, man? He said, what it do? Raider Nation, Fan Talk Friday. Salute to you, my guy. But so you all see, Turf, you old, man. You always say what it do, but I know you mean to say what up, though. Trying to get that Detroit lingo since the draft. But it's okay. I'll be doing the same thing too. I'll be mixing them up too, man. But shout out to you, man. You know it's all love. Got my boy OJ Raider in the building, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see who else we got in the building, man. Salute to my boy Jack Kenna in the building. He said, Chris and the nation, all content creators and the fans need to get Mark Davis to hear us and get Jim Otto's number 00 retired. Absolutely. Shout out to Jim Otto, man. Hate that we lost a good one, but he's probably in a better place. But that's a good dude, man. Every time I went out to Oakland in the Raider image, I used to always see him posted up there, man. He will talk to you as long as you want to talk, man. Talk, you know, he'll give you stories. He's just a solid dude. You don't meet many like that anymore. Got my girl, the first lady of the Shield Squad, Queen V, in the building, man. Appreciate you stopping through, Queen V. Let's see who else we got, man. Got Omar in the building, man. My guy, Omar, man. Appreciate you stopping through, my guy. Appreciate you. Let's see. Got my boy, Cool Kev, in the building. Salute to you, Kev. You know, I know you're going to be roasting me here in a little bit, man. But, hey, we're going to have fun for now. Got my girl, Ana Diaz, in the building. She's a member. Appreciate you, Ana, for always supporting. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Jack Kenna in the building. Got everybody in the building, man. So I appreciate it. So I love that, man. I always want to do a salute to my Shield Squad, man. You guys always keep me going and keep me motivated. So let's see. Got Raider Kojo in the building. Says salute Chris and everybody in the chat. RIP to the greatest center ever, for sure. That is a fact. But you know, I always got a good panel, man. So you know, I got two guys I really respect, man. You know, for one, got my, you know, I had to go to the Fountain of Youth for this one, man. The Fountain of Youth. Got to go to my boy AJ. A lot of you guys may know him for, you know, his 24 graphics, man. Real talented brother, man. Got nothing respect for my guy. AJ, what's up, man? I can't hear you. I don't know if you're on mute, man, but
Oh yeah, I did mute, man. But hey, salute chat, salute Chris. Hey, just like the NFL draft, I gotta say it, man. What up, though?
what up, though? What up, though, man? Shout out to all
Yeah.
my cats in Detroit, man.
hmm
Man, and then also got my, I had to keep it Midwest today. Had to keep it Midwest to my fellow Ohioan from the Youngstown. If y'all know about Youngstown, Youngstown's a real deal. Anybody from there, they ain't no joke, man. But hey, got my boy Keith in the building, man. What's going on, Keith?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just living the dream, man. Get a chance to talk football with fellow Raider fans and know what the heck they talking about, man. So, it's always a good
Hell
day for
yeah.
me. So,
Hey,
man, I know there's a lot been going on in the football world, at least for off season wise, OTAs, stuff like that. But one thing that I wanted to kind of bring up first, man, is our leader, our fearless leader, he got paid, man. He got a little bit more money, man. So the Raiders have reworked Maxx Crosby's contract, giving him a bonus. They're not giving him any other years or anything. It's just a pure bonus, giving him money. Which to me is huge because Max is a one of one. As far as like leadership, work ethic. You can't. I mean, what he brings to the table is priceless, man. So, kind of want to start off with you, AJ. Man, what's your thoughts on this with the Raiders? Reworking his contract a little bit and just giving him more of a bag.
Man, man. I love this move. I saw it yesterday, and think, man, Maxx Crosby is the definition of a true Raider, man. He earned it. It was deserved. He played the back half of last season on a bad knee. I remember that Chiefs game. I know a lot of us in Raider Nation remember that Chiefs game when he was up there running with that knee brace, getting to Mahomes. And man,
Bro,
that was big.
relentless.
That's relentless, man. Just he
Yeah,
deserves it. He deserves that money. He's the team leader. He's the guy that everybody looks up to. He's the guy everyone listens to outside of AP in that locker room, man. So it's just called rewarding your team leaders. That's what I'd like to see out of this new coaching staff in GM.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I,
hmm
I love that. I love that. Keith, what about you, man?
oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, that man is worth more than that, even.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
you could give him whatever you want to give him, honestly. Like, coming from a guy that used to love Khalil Mack when he played for us, like, and Max kind of just filled that role. Like, you could give him $10 million bonus. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, he's worth every penny. Just how he's getting that locker room together and everything, worth every dime. Every dime, man.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and the big thing for me, man, like when you just when you think about Max just as a player, he does so much, even just off the field. Like of course he's a maniac on the field, but the fact that he stays there all year. I mean, I know he lives there, but he's working out all year. He took like a week off, got surgery, and then he's back at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That mindset is going across the team, offense, defense. Everybody is like, if Max can do it, I can too. So I love that so much. It's because the mentality has changed, and I know you talked about Max or Khalil Mack, Keith, but like as much as I
Yeah,
like Mac, but Mac wasn't a leader like this. This is different.
no, he wasn't. That's the
Mm-mm.
whole difference between him and Max. Like,
Yeah.
Max is more of a leader where he's got the whole defense in early, playing like lights out. I mean, even last year, think he single handedly turned that team around.
Oh,
When he could have like almost basically died on that leg, it was crazy. I
yeah.
mean, if you can't get behind that dude, like I don't know, who you're gonna get behind. I mean, let's be honest. Like there ain't nobody better than that,
No,
in my
no.
opinion.
And honestly, and that's why I get so kind of frustrated when Max actually spoke out and was like, "Hey, if we don't keep AP, I might have to look at other options." And I hated like the fans kind of turned on him as if like he doesn't deserve the the platform to be able to speak his mind. He literally, just like AJ said, he embodies what a Raider is through and through. In fact, and from my time as a Raider fan, like I can't think of anyone that represents the Raiders more than him. I mean, we had so many greats, but if you really think about like someone that represents like what we're about, Maxx probably comes number one to me.
Like, man,
in recent times, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, but even old school though, like even if you think old school, I mean, who would you put up there with like that's on his level?
What,
I mean,
like a Mount Rushmore kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like, I mean, not necessarily just play wise, but just like who he is. Like he's just a natural. I don't know. Who do y'all think?
Man, I'm probably gonna throw an honorary one out there. Probably got to say, I ain't watch him a lot, but I've seen a lot of the highlights. I'd say probably
you ain't watched too many, man. But who you gonna say?
Yeah, I was probably gonna say Jack Tatum. Just throw him up there because and those hits.
Tatum was a beast.
Something. Yep, he was a beast, man.
He was a beast. Maxx is just a different animal. I'm curious to see what you say, Keith, because you watched a lot of ball.
Yeah. So in my opinion, like Matt Millen is a guy that's up there, kind of like really represented how the Raiders were.
That's a good one.
Alzado, but he didn't play for us that long.
Right.
So
that's why
Tatum's for sure one of them. I mean, Lester Hayes is my guy. I love Lester Hayes, man.
Lester was a
dude. I mean, he was just a monster. Recent time wise, I throw Steve in there. Like, I think he was just a nasty Raider. Steve Wisniewski, guard.
Oh yeah. Steve was nice. Steve. Yeah, he was nasty.
He was just nasty. You know what I mean? He was kind of like old school Raider guy. But there hasn't been that many in recent times. Last probably 30 years. I mean, even Tim Brown. Don't get me wrong. I love Tim Brown. I mean, he was different. Like one of my favorite. Yeah, exactly. Totally different. Different attitude. Totally like he didn't have that swag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those are all great ones. I mean, the Matt Millen, especially Matt Millen. I used to love watching. Him punching people like that. I'm always all about that. All about that.
I mean, Matuzak was one of those guys.
Yeah,
he would hit everybody.
For sure. But yeah, man, I just think Maxx, man, just since I've been watching it, no one has wanted to be a Raider more than him. Like, I don't know. That's just my guy. If we could have some more Maxes on the team, we'd be unstoppable. So, that's kind of where it's at.
Hopefully we got one more in Wilkins.
Yeah. No, I love him too, man. He has a motor. Yeah,
Dude,
he has a motor, man. Yep. So I'm not sure. Did you guys get a chance to watch the press conferences from the coordinators at all?
Yeah.
So
I checked out Patrick Graham's, but I haven't checked out Getsy's yet.
Yeah.
That's the one I need to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, Graham got me hyped up, man. I really like. Yeah, I like some of the stuff that he was saying. We know how smart he is, but it's like you could tell he's taking pride and really cooking something up with his defense. Like he understands he got some key ingredients. But for everyone that's in the chat that didn't get a chance to hear all of it, here's something that he said that really caught my attention just about one of the future leaders. Hopefully he'll continue to be a future leader on our team. But Malcolm Koonce. Going to play this. Want to hear what you guys got to think, and also curious of what the chat has to say about it.
You've seen the biggest terms of growth with Malcolm Koonce from the time that maybe you met him till now? Like, is there a main attribute that you've really seen him develop?
For Malcolm, okay, 2 weeks ago, we were doing drills during the phase 2 process, and I was in the back of the D-line group, and I just saw him coaching up one of the younger players. And I mean, coaching them up with authority. It's like this, do that. Once you see that, that's showing command of his craft. And when you hear that, it just, again, I tell you guys all the time, as a teacher who happens to teach football, I mean, I was just proud. I was giddy. I don't know if a defensive coordinator should use the term giddy, but I was giddy. I mean, just to see him do that. So now you're seeing a young man, developing true mastery of his craft, where he's able to go ahead and coach others up.
Yeah, so like I said, that whole thing that that he's talking about, man, really got me fired up. For one, I've always wanted to see Malcolm Koonce kind of take it to the next level. He did that on the field, but from a leadership standpoint, that is huge. AJ, when you hear that, man, what do you think when you hear that?
Man, when I hear that, I think of building. It's like having the foundation and just building on top of it. It's like what you were saying earlier. If we had more than one Maxx Crosby on this team, we'd be dominating out there.
Yeah.
And that's what Max is doing. It's like he's teaching the younger guys. He's teaching the Malcolm Koonces and the Tyree Williams, like the Tyree Wilsons. And then also you have like some in there, like you have like the Byron Youngs and a lot more that are on the practice squad and within the depth charts that he's just coaching up, showing them the pointers, showing them like, hey, if you're gonna go this way, like, hey, sometimes you gotta like teach them like the swim moves and the techniques and all that. Man, that's huge. That's huge for development, and that's gonna be big when you see it down in training camp and in the preseason from a lot of these like guys trying to fight their way onto the 53-man roster.
No, that's a good point. That's a heck of a point. Keith, what's your thoughts, man?
I mean, I've wanted playing time like past couple years, honestly, just to see what he had in his tank, And ever since he's gotten playing time, I mean, we could all see. I mean, he's done great things ever kind of in the starting lineup, the last half of the year.
Yeah.
And what do you have? 7 sacks last year? I think it was 7, right?
7 or 8, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure how many.
For the playing time, you know what I mean? Like he would have been up on the top leadership board of sacks if he played the whole year.
Oh, for sure. And to me, like what I love, because honestly, I always felt that he was in the previous regime's doghouse, like not just McDaniels, but I feel like he was in Gruden's doghouse too, because like I remembered when he did play a little bit, he showed flashes, he kind of did his thing, but he never really got out there. And again, I always kind of heard it was like maybe he didn't practice as hard and stuff like that, but to hear that he's becoming a leader is everything, and they're getting the most out. I mean, Patrick Graham basically said that that basically the heartbeat of this team, like the other parts of the team are kind of feeding off of that energy. But if you get someone like Malcolm Koonce taking to the next step and being a leader, all that's going to do is help the defense, but that's going to help the offensive line. So now Colton Miller gets some good looks, in practice. Glaze is going to get some good looks. Thayer Mumford's going to get some good looks because they're going to get some beasts every week, or every day in practice. So when you come out there on Sunday, you already done seen the best. So when I got to go against, bum ass Joey Bosa, who's always hurt, I'm not worried. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried. I've been dealing with Maxx and Koonce and all them all week, man. I ain't worried about no Bosa. So I don't know, man. I just get excited about stuff like that, man. Just kind of gets me going. So in another thing that people that know me, man, like there's one particular player that I just want to see have a year or two, progression and bounce back, and that's my guy right here who they're about to talk about.
And defensive backs, but Jakorian Bennett went through that process last year, and there were some good, there were some struggles, typical of a rookie player. What did you see in terms of the growth for him and how it's kind of applied to where he is right now?
Part of it is just, getting the reps. You got to see it, until, you have these dreams of being in the NFL, you play high school ball, play college ball, and you get here and you just realize it's a different game. It just is. I mean, they're still tackling, blocking, all that stuff right there, but it's a different game, and seeing the route combinations, understanding that they're going to try to isolate you for the run game, with crack replace situations. So what I've seen is the film study. I've seen him ask the right questions. I've seen him narrow down what his focus is by stage. So phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and being able to really
Yeah. So, again, I love hearing that, about about Jakorian, you know, because again, like I always tell people, anyone who's played the game really knows that daggone cornerback is the second hardest position to play in the NFL. It's really hard to like you know, like what Sauce Gardner did his rookie year. You're not going to see that too often. You know, Sauce was just a different type of animal.
Those guys, Sauce Gardner, Surtain too. Like,
yeah,
those two guys, like crazy good.
Yeah,
like, how they came out.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But when you hear that about Jakorian, man, what's your thoughts, AJ? What's your thoughts when you hear that? And first, and then plus, what's your thoughts about Jakorian? Period. Because I feel like I am on this hill by myself. I feel like it's just me, and I'm gonna stay there.
Me too.
But I'm just curious. What do you guys say, AJ? You're on mute.
Man, I was on mute again, second time. But hey, Chris, you're not the only one on that hill, man. Because when we picked up Jakorian Bennett, I was pretty excited for it. Like, you know, in the first round for the last 2 years, I was probably like one of the lone people. Well, I know there was more, but I was like one of the lone people who was advocating like, hey, let's go cornerback. Like at first, like last year, I was all for Christian Gonzalez. We end up getting Tyree Wilson. And this year I was all for, what is his name? I think he went to Philadelphia, but I forgot his name.
Who?
You talking about Arnold?
Mitchell? You talking about Mitchell?
Yeah, Quinion Mitchell.
Yeah.
I was high on him and also Terrion Arnold, but we end up getting Brock Bowers. So it's not a bad pick, a great value. But hey, we end up getting our corners in the late round. We got some scrappy picks. So it's like, it's just we're building up the cornerback position. I feel that Jakorian's going to have a breakout year, you know. Like, I'm high on him. And we also picked up some other guys. I know we picked up MJ Devonshire. And we also picked up one I was pretty high on as well. The corner from, let me think. If I could think of his name, I'll come back to it. But, man, the cornerback room's deep this year. We have some top heavy, not the most flashy corner room, but we're physical and we could get nasty, you know, like just like the Raiders have passed, you know.
Yeah, no, that's true. Before I let you go, Keith, man, I got a shout out to my fourth member of TRS, the Raider Rundown. He said I came in and I already see Jakorian Bennett talk. Jesus. See, my own brothers, man, they get on me. Leo kind of rocks with me with Bennett, but man, my boy Rundown and Turf give me hell about Bennett, and they're going to eat their words, bro. They're going to eat their words, man. But shout out to Rundown, man. Appreciate you coming through. And you know, there's some other people that I miss, man. I know Raider Rebel and DSR Live Productions, your people, AJ. I think that's War. I think it's Ozzy, I believe. Yeah. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody that's in there. Raider Romeo in the building. So appreciate all you guys. But Keith, what's your thoughts on kind of what Patrick Graham said about Bennett, and then just what's your thoughts on Bennett as well? Like, am I the only one that's just tripping that thinks that he's gonna take a step up? I don't know, man. I'm tired of fighting with my brothers, man.
Hey, I've been fighting this fight too, man. Like, I honestly believe he's going to be good. I just think they got in his head last year. You know, once like cornerback more than almost any other position in the NFL is all confidence. That's all it is. Like, all these guys are fast. All these guys are good. You know, once his confidence got all shattered. And, like, you know, McDaniels, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I mean, come on. So, like, he destroyed that. He destroyed that kid. He absolutely destroyed that. He showed great in the preseason and the first game. Like, I know he got toasted. All right, whatever. But, like, he's going to be solid. I don't care what anybody says. We might be the three only Raider fans that, like, actually now, to be honest with you, because I get roasted for saying this, too, all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they get on me. They get on me. So they get on me so bad. Like, my thing is, I'm just like, let the guy progress, man. Because and one thing about me, I'm not big on excuses. I'm all about, you know, accountability. You gotta make the play. You gotta be productive. But you know, just like, you know, what they want me to do with AOC, but none of them were willing to do with Jakorian Bennett because, for one, Bennett came in. His veteran leader was Marcus Peters.
Piece of
Yeah.
garbage.
You know what I'm saying? Like you come into the league and your mentor is Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
And you're already in this just whole debacle that the Raiders are anyway. I don't know, man. It's tough, man. But I'm not giving up on the kid. Like I said, I watched a lot of his college ball. You know, just being in the Midwest, Big Ten. Didn't give up a touchdown his senior year. You know, play good ball, picked off.
Even
Aiden.
Devontae Adams talked good about him too. Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, you know,
I mean, there's got to be some truth to him being good. You know, Adams ain't just going to come out and be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's really good." I mean,
yeah,
you know, I
yeah.
Just, they got him twisted. I think that's what I believe.
Yeah, no, I think so too. But it's just whenever I get a chance to big him up and I hear something somewhat positive, I'm showing him some love because my own brothers, and I'm talking to y'all TRS members, Turf and Rundown specifically. When Jakorian shows out this year, you two are coming to the front of the classroom because we got some talking to do. But shout out to them. But no. So on to another note, man. So PFF. I'm not the biggest fan of PFF. I like some
PFF.
of the stuff that they have, but so they ranked everyone's quarterback room.
Mm-hmm.
We're ranked 30th. Now, I think the only team that they had us better than was I think Minnesota Vikings and the Broncos. Now, I'm not saying we have the strongest quarterback room, but 30th, man, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. What's your thought, Keith?
I mean, 30th. I think that's crazy. I mean, Minshew won 9 games last year. I mean, how's he 30th?
People act like he's such a bum. They act like he's such a bum.
I'm like I thought that was because whether you hate Aiden O'Connell or you love him, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
But like either way, to have him there, either if we go Aiden and then we have to go to Minshew, Aiden doesn't work out, or if we stay with Minshew and backwards, however way you want to play that. I mean, to me, I feel like they're kind of similar in their ways, but like to me, I think you got 2 decent ones. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, 30th.
That's crazy. That is.
And if you look at Minshew's stats, like over he has started, they're not bad.
No.
I don't know why everybody kind of craps on him, but I mean, he's all right. Is he gonna take us to a Super Bowl? Probably not. Do I hope he does? Sure. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's got it in him, but I don't think he's bad. Put it that, and we didn't pay that much for him, so I mean, hopefully he's the bridge. I don't know, or Aiden's the bridge, or Aiden's the guy. I don't care as long as we get to the playoffs.
That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Cowtown Luda. So he always says I'm gonna need all because he calls everybody AOC haters. If you like Gardner Minshew, you're automatically an AOC hater to him. But Cowtown, that's my boy. But he said I'm gonna need all AOC haters to get that mustache tattoo on the inside of their index fingers when he proves who he really is. Come on, Cowtown, man. Come on. You should want him to do well. I want Aiden to do well. I just think Gardner's gonna do better. But shout out to you, Cowtown. Appreciate you, my friend. But AJ, what's your thoughts on number 30th, man? For the like again, I know we're not the best, but come on, man, 30?
Man, all I'm gonna say is this, man. This list is probably top heavy. It's probably not looking overall because overall, I feel like we're gonna be a solid quarterback room. Minshew did what he did. He helped Michael Pittman turn. What was that? So it was what is that? Second team All Pro, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. So imagine if he starts, what he could do with Devontae and Jacoby, because all they really had was Jonathan Taylor and then Pittman, and that was it.
And
then with O'Connell, you could. Me personally, I'd prefer O'Connell to be the starter. Not trying to ruffle any feathers, but he's
Nah,
younger.
talk your talk,
Yeah,
baby. Talk your talk.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
But he's younger. He has
Okay.
more room to develop. He's worked with he could still learn this offense because when he came in, he was learning from a rookie coordinator in man, names are just flying out the window today, but he was learning from a rookie offensive coordinator and he was doing just fine.
Right.
And man, back half of the season, last 4 games, man, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. And man, he has a lot of room to develop.
Right.
He has endless potential. Like, man, it's kind of like, man, I know I don't like the Niners because, man, I'm from the Bay Area. I have to hear Niner fans talk a lot. But man, it's kind of like what they're doing. Like they go out and they get Purdy and they just stack the weapons around them. They're just building their weapons.
Right.
Like that's all we're doing. We're just building weapons and just have our quarterback just play into that. You don't have to play hero ball every time. Just go out there, help us score, and then we'll give the ball back to our defense, you know?
For sure. AJ, I gotta ask you a question though. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Dan just turned 17 a couple weeks ago.
Youngin, man, youngin. I love it. Now what I want to tell you, man, what I want to tell you is stay away from drugs because I have somebody on the Shield squad that is currently on drugs as he put this comment in. He said, I think AOC is a future Hall of Famer. Now, Cowtown, come on, man. Come on. Now, we all want it to happen, but come on, man. A future Hall of Famer. Tell me, Cowtown. Actually, no, I don't want you. I'll wait till you're sober, man. But one day you got to talk about this, bro. Now, you guys think I go crazy with some of my takes, man. But a Hall of Famer, even Rundown told you to stop trolling, and he likes AOC a lot, man. But
hey,
anyway.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway, AJ, stay off. Say no to drugs. You're not old enough to remember the Reagan era. The whole. This is your brain on drug, but it don't matter. But crack.
That's why I'm not a Niner fan,
man. And whatever Cowtown Luda's on, stay away from it. But no, man. Let's see. Shout out to my boy Jack Kenna, man, with the super. He said, Chris, let's push the narrative to get Jim Otto's number 00 retired. Murph from the Raiders fan radio said tonight content creators in the nation should. Absolutely. I mean, there's no reason why it should not be retired. So yeah, I'm all for putting that narrative out. When you guys are on Twitter and social media, hashtag that, number 00 retired or something. But yeah, let's definitely start that up. Appreciate the super, my guy, Jack Kenna, man. Thank you, my guy. And also, shout out to my boy Turf, man. Turf became a new member, man. Thank you, Turf. But that does not mean you're not going to come to the front of the classroom when Jakorian Bennett balls out. So you being a member or not, that's not going to save you, sir. So I just want to let you know, I appreciate you being a member, but that's not going to save you. You and Rundown will come to the front of the classroom. So enough about that. Sorry, guys. They get me going, man. They get me going sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I've watched that a couple times. You guys
for sure. So, another topic I kind of wanted to talk about is, I did listen to Getsy's presser, and to me, I think, when we first got Getsy, I was just unclear about him, so I had to do more research on him. As I did more research, I had to learn that I can't take what I saw in Chicago for face value per se. You got to kind of peel that onion back a little bit. But I actually am starting to really get behind the whole Getsy thing. For one, the way Devontae Adams feels about him, what he says is the gospel to me at times when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. He was the one that wanted CJ Stroud. He saw the vision there. We saw what CJ did. But, you know, just kind of hearing him talk, I feel like he's really going to get this offense rolling. But, you know, I'll start with you, Keith. You know, what's your thoughts on how this offense is going to look? You know, how are you feeling about, you know, the 2 tight ends that we got? You know, how do you feel about our running back room, our receiving room? Like, what's your thoughts overall, holistically, on the offense?
Well, I love the things that I'm hearing. If you listen to a lot of the players, a lot of them are just saying how simple it is.
Simple as that. Yeah, that's what Mayor said.
Yeah, like simple. That's what everybody's saying. Like everybody's catching on real quick. So, like, I think that is the most helpful thing, because not only for quarterbacks but also receivers. I mean, last year they couldn't even, like, you listen to Mary, like, I couldn't even understand the offense until like halfway through the season. You know? And I think this year you put Mayer with Bowers out there, I think it's a matchup nightmare. Like, I mean, for a defense, I mean, anybody that, you know, knows defense and everything like that knows that, like, if you have 2 tight ends that can ball, like, that's man. Like, it's hard to defend it. You can split them out. You know, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. And I think Bowers, because he played like all kinds of stuff in college. I mean, he played running back. They split them out. They, you know, both of them can block. I mean, I just think our offense is really going to be better. Adams knows it already. He's like happier than a pig now. You know what I mean? Because he had his best seasons with Getsy. So, I mean, Myers, I mean, I think he's going to be the best number 2. Like, you know, because
he's a beast.
Bowers and Myers, they're blocking alone. I mean, Myers might be the best blocking wide receiver in the league. In my opinion.
He's always downfield blocking.
He's
always,
dog, dude.
Yeah,
like he's always like cracking motherfuckers. Like, I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He even loves that. I've listened to him talk about it. He loves blocking, which reminds me of like Heinz. You know, we live here, Chris, in the, you know, Pittsburgh.
You gonna say Heinz Ward?
Like, yeah.
Heinz
Ward, man.
Yeah.
Yep. But so I mean, I think it's going to be better. Now our running back room, I'm still kind of. See, me and you, Chris, we got a lot of the same takes, because
we do. We do.
You know, here we go. Like Zamir White, I'm still not sold on him. I'm just not sold. Like, I know he came on strong last year, but too many times I watched that guy miss holes or can't get out of his own way. Like, I don't know. Like, I know he had 100, 2 games, 3 games, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He concerns me. That running back room concerns me. Now, the kid we drafted, I like a lot.
Labe.
Oh, what, Luby?
Yeah, Labe.
Yeah, Labe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I think he'll start. Actually, I think he's going to take over Abdullah's role.
You think so?
Eventually. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And he'll be our start. But then I think he's going to take over the room, maybe with like a 1-2 punch with like White and him.
Yeah.
That's what I think, honestly.
You know, talking about matchup nightmares. Yeah, like you mess around going to, you know, the 12 personnel with him. You put him in motion. Have, you know, I mean, really, you can go empty at that point. You can have Brock Bowers almost in the slot. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot you can do there, man. It's a lot
of stuff you can do. Yeah.
And honestly, from a defensive standpoint, a lot of that is going to, like, you're going to show your hand, because like once you start going in motion and stuff, and you know, you start putting like now you see linebackers following the guy. Like, it's I don't know, man. It's going to make the game a lot easier for the quarterback, because you're like, all right, I know we're in man now, so you know, I know what we're in, so now we just got to beat it. But I mean, you know, so. But one thing I got to say though, one thing I gotta say with Labe is, you know, we have to stop with this whole Christian McCaffrey 2.0. Just because he's a quick white running back, let's let him build his own thing, man. But the Christian McCaffrey talk is wild.
They're like unicorns, though. White running backs, come on.
They are. But we got to manage expectations, because Everyone's going to expect, some Christian McCaffrey type stuff, which, hey, I would love it if he does. But it's like, man, come on. Let's see what happens. I mean, my thing is for where he got drafted, even if he gives us the Danny Whitehead or White Hood, whatever his name is, give us that production for a little bit and build your way up. That's fine. But, I know Cowtown Luda is probably here talking about he's about to be a Hall of Famer too, because he was a big fan of him. Shout out to him. He did get his hip to him. But but AJ, so what's your thoughts on this offense, kind of where we're staying, the different rooms and stuff like that?
Man, just what you guys were talking on earlier, man. It's simple. It's like a plug and play offense, man. I remember last season when we started off with McDummy, McDoodoo, McDumbass. When we started off with him, it was complicated. The offense, at first, I was kind of up for the complicated offense because, they don't know what we're going to do and all of that. But if the players don't know what to do, how are you going to be able to execute successfully?
Yeah.
And, bringing in, we gut him out. We take out Bo Hardegree's style. Well, Hardegree's style was a little bit like a slightly improved, slightly simplified McDaniel's offense, but we simplified even more, and then we could add in like our style play to our players' strengths. The more we could do that, the better this offense is going to be, and hopefully we could get out of that top 30 gutter that we've been in for the last forever, man. So I feel this offense is in a really good state. Our weaponry I'm really excited to see Bowers, Mayer, Devontae, Jacoby, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the running back room in the preseason. I'm hyped up for this offensive line, man. I know that's probably next up on this list, but I'm hyped up for the offensive line. I'm hyped up for the defense. I'm hyped up for our coaching, our GM, man. I'm hoping that this is going to be the start of a new chapter. I know we've said this a lot of times with Del Rio and Gruden and now Bisaccia and then McDaniels and now here. But I hope this could be something. I hope this is the end of the misery and the suffering because, man, just as I saw in the chat, I haven't got to experience much, man.
No,
you ain't seen nothing, bro.
Man, I've seen 2 playoff games, and the last one, God. I fell down after that pick, man. That was something.
Hey, but you know what? Shout out to you for still hanging in there, man. You came around a tough patch. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Man.
Sheesh. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Man.
You haven't seen anything good. I mean, really. It's
2016. Yeah,
I've seen 2016.
Yeah, 2016. But even that was a tease. Because Carr went, man. Because Carr, I ain't gonna lie, Carr was balling that year. He was balling that year.
He was. Yeah.
Yep. For sure. But me personally, man, when I think about the offense, I think there's a lot of potential there. Again, I'm still kind of concerned about the running back room. I hope Zeus can really prove me wrong.
I'm with you there.
He did come around later on in the season. Getsy seems to have a good understanding of the run game. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about the Bears run game was good because Justin Fields, but their running backs was running the ball well too. I know they were averaging well over 4 yards per carry. So
you think the scheme change is gonna help?
See, I don't know, man. Because me personally,
that takes time.
And the thing, I feel like for the Raiders, and Keith, you probably allude to this, but I feel like our history, we've never really had any success with the zone. Every single time we try to bring it back, a lot of times it was Tom Cable trying to bring it back. It just never worked. I remember when we finally got rid of it, we brought Hugh Jackson in. He brought in the power. McFadden went crazy. So I don't know. But some backs are better. But the thing is with Zeus, man, he kind of, and I know I always say it, he kind of reminds me of Justin Fargas a little bit. Runs hard as hell, fast, got good size. But
But
man,
just, like,
he will hit. Yeah, he will right. Yeah, he would run right in the back of his offensive lineman, man. So you
yeah.
know, I hope that's not the case again. Because he did make some good runs. You know, he did show some good
Yeah.
anticipation on some.
Like he had some good ones, like in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City, he looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Especially down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, we never usually get a chance to like run the ball out, you know, really beat a team and just run it out on them. So that was good to see.
That's kind of my thing with him, though. I think he's a pounder.
Yeah.
And like we're never in that position.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, so it's like, I don't know, like maybe we will be more now, hopefully. So he can like kind of show down the defense thing, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I hope, man. I hope.
Yeah, me too. Because
too.
Even thinking about it, like, did it happen much? Because, you know, I know Zeus did it, but even like if I go back to even the past years, was there really many games that we just pounded the ball and ended the game? The only one I can remember was that Chargers game when we ended up going to the playoffs. What was it in
2021?
Yeah, 21. Jacobs showed out at the end, man.
Yep.
So that was kind of fire.
What was that one? Wasn't that overtime Seattle game?
Oh yeah.
That was that one run, man. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fire. That was fire for sure. Let me get to the chat real quick, man. I promise I haven't forgot about y'all chat, man. But let's see who we got, man. Got my boy Gravy in the building, man. Shout out to Coach Gravy. He said, Chris, don't have Coach Gravy on the show after 5 hours. Come on, bro. Shout out to you, Gravy. I gotta get you back on the show, man. That was a long show. We was getting it in that day. We was getting it in. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my boy Rafa in the building. That's my dog. Let's see. Christopher Raiders. Salute Raider family, man. Appreciate you. Got my boy Alfredo in the building. Man, appreciate you. Anthony in the building. Got all my guys. Got my boy Raider Transplant Angelo in the building, man. That's my guy, man. Salute to you. Let's see. Okay, so he said, is Yo Raider wearing the number 24? Woodson, Lynch, Willie Brown, Williamson, Michael Huff. It's Woodson, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's what I'd
Woodson.
say.
Yeah,
it's Woodson. I do have Brown though too. I got Willie Brown too. So
you got John Abrams?
No, I don't got that one.
Man, I wouldn't get that on discount.
Man, yeah.
Thrift store.
Yeah, I was hoping he became something, man. It was just
me too, man.
I was hoping.
Was a mess, though.
He was.
Yeah.
Is
good hit.
The Saints?
Yeah, he's on the Saints now.
I don't know if he's still like. I think he was on the practice squad last year. He got demoted or whatever.
Yeah, he might be on special teams now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is a special teamer.
Yeah. Shout out to Unfazed. He said this regime has to figure out how to utilize McDaniel's system players with his new AP draft dudes. Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of Gruden players in there too, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it's a sprinkle of both, but
I don't think there's that McDaniel's players, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it,
I mean, Myers and who else, really?
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to Atkinson. He said, 00 Chris, you always got the best guests and the best shows for Raiders program. Kudos. Appreciate it, Greg, man. Really appreciate that. Yes, I always do get good guests, man. That's what my boy Yo Raider from the Youngstown, and I got my boy AJ in the building, man. I got some dogs in here, man. You know, had to go in the fountain of youth a little bit, you know. I look at all these gray hairs I got. I'm like, let's go young today. Let's go young today. Holla at my boy. But yeah, kind of going back to just the offense, I think. So you know, running back, I'm kind of the line. I think a lot of it has to do with how Thayer Mumford can, you know, how he can progress. You know, I guess we can talk about it now, huh?
How do you feel about the Glaze pick?
I'm not. I mean, there's a couple guys on the board that I wouldn't mind having, but I see their vision because
I do too.
Yeah, because he's a pass blocker, so you know he's going to need help on the run game, of course. But to me, you know, most offensive linemen that I've talked to, like the run blocking part of the game is just more of a mentality more than anything. It's more of a mentality than it is technique. You know, so if you can get his mentality right, I think he could be okay. But someone that like has good footwork and good hand-to-hand combat, that can pass block, that's, you know, that's hard to find. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
like I didn't like that pick at first, but then I kind of dug into it and I was like, oh, I kind of like it.
And I'm trying to remember, is he a natural right tackle, or was he?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Now that, to me, that makes a difference too. You know, everybody thinks it's just plug and play. You can move someone on the other side of the line. That's a little bit harder than
right.
You know, it's easier said than done, I'll say. And then, you know, so the linemen's that I love our receivers. You know, I think Keith or AJ, one of you guys were talking about, you know, Jacoby Myers probably going to be the best, you know, receiver too. You know, I agree. Yep. I love him. I like his game. But more importantly, I think Trey Tucker is going to act up.
Yes.
You know, I really think Trey Tucker is going to act up, you know, from everything that I'm hearing about him. Because the thing is, he already has that speed, but he's been working on his footwork and route running. You get somebody with that speed with some nasty route running, and you're mentored by Tay.
Oh my God! If he can get off the line, like anywhere close to that, I mean, shit, he'll have fucking field day.
Field day. Because the thing is, it's like, you know, because he's not like just a straight runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like the rug speed, because he still has some agility. He's athletic. But if he can learn how to really, if he can learn how to stop on a dime and do a 15-yard out or do some double moves where he's really, man, he's gonna be a problem. I'm excited to, and again, this is someone that I wasn't too thrilled when we drafted him. So
man, me neither.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Let's see, got a couple. Let's see, anonymous Raiderette in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through. I think you are new to the channel, so I appreciate you. I haven't seen your name before, so thank you for coming through. Definitely means a lot. Let's see, I got a super in here. Got my guy in the building, Murph in the building. What's going on, Murph? Raiders man, I can't talk today. Murph, Raiders fan radio, man. He said, "Have a great show, fellas. 11-6 coming. Book it, and it's Willie." Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. Murph is a guy, man. I know a lot of you guys probably already, you know about him, man. Definitely check out his content. Always fire content. And Murph, man, we're going to work on trying to get 00 retired, man. That's going to be the next move, man, for sure.
Man, we got to start a GoFundMe for not like a GoFundMe, but what is that thing? Like a petition signing?
Oh yeah,
I forgot what
for
that
sure.
is. Like one of those, yeah.
Yeah, get it going. Yeah, that'll be fire. Oh, and Murph, man. Actually, while you're on, Murph, I heard you're gonna be at the Bengals game. I think you're supposed to be collabing with Scott. I'm gonna try to link up with you guys because you guys know I'm down the street from Cincinnati, man. So hope I get a chance to meet you. Yeah. Are you going to that game, Keith?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it big for that game, man. We're definitely gonna do it big. Yeah, Murph said yes.
Sweet. I about that actually.
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet for that game, man. So we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go hard for that game, man.
Hey,
so
y'all can record some content. Hey man, send it to me. We'll get the hype video rolling, man.
Oh, we got it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some good content, man. Because I'm going to week 1. I'm going to the opener, then I'm going to week 2 in Baltimore, and then week 4 back in home in Cleveland. So September, I'm gonna be busy, man. I might need your help chopping some stuff, chopping some work up for me, man.
Yeah,
dude. Man, for real, like we're gonna have to hook up, man. Because like I'm going to the Ravens game.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm probably gonna go to that Cleveland game too.
Oh yeah. We'll link up then for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because you know how these Cleveland fans are.
Yeah. You know the crazy thing is I was born into the Browns family, you know, so I grew up, kind of liking the Browns as a kid, because my dad was diehard, so I used to like Eric Metcalf and like that little era.
Yeah.
Man, but you being in you around Pittsburgh though.
Yeah, well, I'm closer. Like, so I'm actually equal distance, like almost to the minute between Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Are you okay?
So, like, the whole town here is split. Like, it's 50 almost.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like, my family was more Steeler fans than they were Brown fans.
Yeah. See, mine was just diehard Browns, and it was my dad used to take me to the games when I was young, but you know the thing is, like, I felt like that Browns fandom is kind of like the Raider Nation because they're loyal. You know what I'm saying? Because they're through the thick and thin, no matter how bad we are.
No, they're loyal. No, I beg to differ. They're loyal. I'll grant you that. But there are times where you can get a ticket to that stadium for like $5. Legit.
You talking about the Browns?
Yeah. Like when they're bad at the end of the year.
Yeah.
$5. That shit ain't happening for us. No.
But hold on. We had that in Oakland too, though. We had that in Oakland too.
Not that bad. No. I got buddies that got season tickets in Cleveland, man. They can't give them away. They're like,
they can't give them away.
Like,
for sure.
Like terrible.
Yeah. So Murph said the whole RFR crew will be there with SMB today. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's gonna be sweet, Murph, man. I definitely appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, I'm gonna lock in with you for that Bengals game, man, for sure.
You know that. But since you were a Metcalf that era, you know Bernie Kosar, like.
You say what?
Bernie Kosar went to my high school.
Oh, did he? That's right. He is from out there. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Bernie. Yeah. I definitely like Metcalf, man. I used to try to emulate his running style. I mean, he was a beast. He was a beast. Bo was always like my favorite. Bo and Barry Sanders were my guys. But as far as like someone I got to see him play all the time was Eric Metcalf. That was the guy.
Did you ever get to see Sanders play live?
Who, Dion?
No, Barry.
Oh, Barry. Oh no. Oh man, I wish.
Dude,
I wish.
I went to Detroit to see him play one time. It's like you would watch the defense break their legs. Like it was so crazy watching the whole defense just be like, total juke.
Yeah, he almost ended your boy Rod Woodson's career. He the one that made him go back to safety. Shout out to Barry though. Shout out to Barry. But yeah, so you know, one of the moves that they were talking about was Dylan Parham moving to right guard. What's you guys' thoughts about that? I like it. As long as he can, cause I keep forgetting that he started there for us and then he moved over to left guard. I like it because I think it could help Jackson Powers because he can be, in between two veterans. He'll be right there next to Colton if Colton gets healthy. I heard he's still hurt.
I think he's still rehabbing from that shoulder injury.
That shoulder, yeah. And then, with Andre James, people can say what they want about Andre James, but
he had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, he's middle of the pack center. He's no Jim Otto, but he's I don't see him as too much of a concern. So I think he'll be okay. Now if you move Parham over to the right, you got some more veteran. You got another veteran right there, and he could probably help out. What's his name? Thayer Mumford a little bit. So, but what's your thoughts on that, AJ? We're just thinking about Parham moving on over to the right.
Man, Parham, he's going back to his natural position, so I'm there for it. I'm kind of neutral. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't say that I don't like it. Not like that. Like, oh yeah, he needs to stay at left guard. I'm just saying I don't hate it. Like, I'm neutral. I'm split on it. It's kind of nice to have Powers over there working with probably our best lineman in Colton Miller to his left, and you got the veteran Andre James up the center. So just like sparking his development, it would be a nice thing to have because Parham, he's already there. Like he's Like he came in day one, and he's been solid for us ever since. He hasn't been like Pro Bowl caliber, but he's been like give him a few seasons, he'll be up there with those talks, you know. So
Yeah.
if it means moving him back to his natural position to unlock his full potential, I'm there for it.
Yeah. I'm kind of like you. I'm neutral. I just like the thought of having JPJ next to Colton, so we can literally make that a strong side of our line, where it's like, you know,
You got to
whoever
build
our
up that blind side.
yeah, exactly. It protects the blind side, and it's up to the quarterback. Like, hey, you're getting pressure on, you know, on the side that you can see. Make the proper adjustments. If you need to, you know, dump it off, or you know, whatever you got to do it. But you know, we'll see. But you know, what's your thoughts, Keith?
I mean, I kind of like it because I look at it like this. You put Miller out there, and he's kind of like, I don't want to say more finesse, but he's like kind of prototypical tackle. And then you put Jackson Powers in there, and he's kind of like your brawler. And then James, and then you got Parham, who's kind of like finesse again, and then Mumford, brawler again. So it kind of gives you like a little bit of both on each side, which I kind of like. You know what I mean? Kind of balances the line out. So I mean,
I agree.
And I like that from the Saints, man, that no one's talking about that guard.
Andres Pete.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah,
that's a big boy.
I mean, he was really good for a few years there. So I mean, that's good. You know what I mean, in case one of those guys get hurt.
And plus, he stayed healthy, you know, for the most part. You know, and I say he's a big guy, man. You know, we'll see.
Yeah. And I want to put him in there, honestly, like, because like Parham, I mean, I know AJ, you were saying about like give him a couple years. I mean, his run blocking to me is a little suspect for guard. You know what I mean? That's my only. He's not a grader. You know what I mean? He's just kind of. He's all right. I'm hoping the zone helps him a lot, actually, because he's more.
Parham?
Yeah.
He's more built for the zone. I mean, because he's fairly athletic. He's he lacks strength though. You know,
he
like
does. Yeah.
And that's what scares me. You know, because we'll be strong on the left side, but then you got, you know, Andre James isn't the strongest guy, as we know, and then Parham as well. But they both can move. So I don't know. We'll have to be kind of creative on what we do from a run, you know, schematic standpoint.
You know, the one thing I hate about them two together is like Chris Jones. That's what Jones just beats them up, man. Like, I was hoping he would go anywhere else.
Yeah, just leave. Yeah, just leave. Like you got a ring, leave. What else you got to prove, man? Spend time with your family.
Hey, y'all have Chris Jones. We got Christian Wilkins. Hey, we'll match that.
Hell yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
No, that's the truth. So someone asked about if we saw Hondo's interview with Amy Trask. Did you guys get a chance to see that?
Nope, I haven't.
Yeah, so I heard parts of it. I didn't get the chance to see all of it, but one part was like Amy Trask talked. Well, actually, they put Mark Davis here, but back in the day, actually talked Al Davis out of selling the team. I guess Al was just real tired at that point. I think it was right before the 2011 season. And, you know, it was at the point where he just felt like he had enough, and he considered and I think it was more or less because they were at that point, they were having trouble, you know, finding, the money, getting the financial funds and stuff like that. Which I could see, just kind of knowing what, you know, like Hugh Jackson was telling me kind of behind the scenes. You know, the money was like, it wasn't being managed, you know, too closely, because even he told me the story about coming from the lockout season, where, you know, usually the GM, you know, after the player lockout, you know, the GM is the one that usually is going to go sign all the players back and stuff like that. And Al Davis had Hugh Jackson doing it. He's like, man, I've never done this before. Like, I'm just a coach, man. And it was just, I don't know. You just think about stuff like that. Like you would never hear about like the Steelers doing something like that, or like some of the good organizations. And that year we lost Zach Miller, our tight end that year. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting just hearing that story, because I was like, man, you have to be in a very interesting position as an organization to like be that careless with your money. So I don't know. So be it. But yeah,
some dark times.
Oh yeah, we had some very dark times. So let me ask you this. So I want to hear from AJ too. I mean, you haven't had it as long, but we'll start with you, Keith. To you, what was the darkest time or the darkest season that you experienced?
You know what I'm gonna say.
I don't though. I really don't. Which one's yours?
So man, like, I mean, that oh god, that was just hideous. I mean, so many games where it was just like, you just hope Darren McFadden would like break off a run or something.
Yeah.
The defense was really pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we just couldn't score. That guy couldn't get out of his own way. Like, it was a mess. I remember going to the Chiefs game that year in Arrowhead, and we won. And we only won, I think, that year. And I was like, Chris, I get crazy at these games, but, like, I mean, I was off the rails. Like, I mean, oh my God. I was like, because I was like, when I got the tickets, we're never going to win this game. Like, we're never going to win this game. And we won that game, and I think we had, like, I don't know, 78 yards or something stupid like that on offense. I mean, it felt like we couldn't even get a first down. But, I mean, it was the worst to me.
But let me think, though. Who was his coach, though, that year that you were?
Let me think.
Because for me, because I think who drafted him? Lane Kiffin drafted him.
Yeah.
So you talking about that, the Lane Kiffin? I'm not going to open up that bag, but I'm one of the few people that did not mind Lane Kiffin. And I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you my darkest time, and it may kind of overlap with yours, but it was that daggone Art Shell 2.0.
Oh, 2.0, yeah. That was
God, that season was that was the one I was just like, man, that was tough.
You remember when we rehired him? I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? Kind of like with Gruden. I was like, why are we rehiring out of football for? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, that drove me crazy. Like, but the Gruden one, I was still okay with, because I had such good memories. I mean, those are like my last good memories as a Raider. So I'm like, okay, let's rock out. We'll rock out. But the Art Shell, I don't think y'all remember, man. Remember, like, not only the bread and breakfast guy that he had as our offensive coordinator, but he went back in. You remember he brought back Jeff George for a daggone workout. He brought back Jeff George, who he wasn't playing for like 10 years or something, bro. Jeff George. God, yeah. AJ, what's yours, man? What's in your 17 years, man? You've seen some bad football. What was your worst one, man?
Man, I have a lot of times where I could talk about like a little bit that Carson Palmer failed era, because that was like the first time like I really remember watching Raider football. Like,
Chris,
man, that part was bad.
I love you, Jackson. Well, no, hold on. Well, I think the Carson era was probably more of once you left, because Jackson, he only had Carson for like half the season, but then Carson stayed for like another season, and then he was bad then too. Yeah. But go ahead, AJ. I don't mean to cut your wisdom.
Man, you're all good, man. I was thinking that, but after a little bit of thinking, I have to go a little bit recent, because that's what I really remember. And I'd say 2017 and 2018 were like two pretty rough periods, man. I'll always remember, man, coming off the highs of 2016.
We thought
we
was
going to be MVP, thinking we're going to be, we're going to the AFC Championship. We're making the playoffs. We're winning, 13 games, just for it to fall flat on his face. And what happened that? Where do we go? Like 6-10 or something like that? I think we went 6-10. And then the year after,
was that Del Rio? That was Del Rio.
That was Del Rio's last year.
Yeah. But I mean, that's when the first year is back, and he was playing with like a back, basically.
Yeah.
I think that was the downfall of Carr right there, because they basically told him, like, hey, you got to get rid of the ball. You got to get rid of the ball. And I just think he got in that mentality of just like,
Yeah, and he never changed from there. He never changed from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like 2016 and like earlier, Carr used to slang that ball, man.
I know.
Like he had so much like confidence in Crabtree. You know, I know Cooper used to drop the ball quite a bit, but still he would go downfield. But yeah, ever since then, man, it's like he was scared to go downfield.
Or take a hit.
Oh yeah, definitely take a hit.
You know?
Yeah, definitely take a hit for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good one though, AJ. I feel bad for you, man. You ain't seen nothing, but actually, I feel bad for me too because I ain't seen that much either. I can't act like I've seen that much more than you, man. I had that first John Gruden stint, and shoot,
Man,
it was rough.
if we want to talk certain games, I could talk bad Raider games like all day, man. Because
what was the worst Raider game that you remember?
Worst one, I have a few. I can't just say one, but there's a few that I remember vividly. Like we could go back to like the playoff year. What was that 40? I forgot. Was it 43-9 loss in Kansas City? That was a really bad one.
Yeah.
Getting blown out by the Jets in 2019 was horrible.
Yeah.
I remember. I watched the full Falcons game. We were gonna go out
Falcons
there to
game.
Atlanta, but that was rough.
That was.
But man, one that I remember, I was supposed to go to this game. I was like 11, and I'm happy I didn't go. But the 49ers game in Levi, where we got slapped around 34-10. At that point, there was no chance like throughout all of that game. That was just straight up bad Raider football.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out in that Bay Area where you hate those Niners. Like, Chris, you know, we don't even care about the Niners. Like, I don't give a shit about the Niners. Like, I'm like,
I hate the Steelers, man. I hate our division. I hate the Steelers.
I hate the Browns. Like, I hate the Browns.
Avocasi.
Like, Steelers to me are like at least a well-run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Browns, I hate the Browns.
You hate the Browns?
I do.
Yes. Yeah, I can't come to like hate the Browns, just because when they're not playing us, because I would love to see my dad get a chance to see the Browns have another few good seasons. So that is what it is. But I know the worst game I ever been to, and it was like the one game I literally left and just did something else. It was when we played. That was back when the Rams were in St. Louis. I forgot what year it was. I want to say.
I think I remember this game. Was it like when they had Bolger starting?
Probably. And they beat the brakes off of us. And I remember, like, I think I left at halftime. And usually I'll stay at the games and just, but that was back when I used to lose my mind. When we lost.
52-0?
Yeah.
2014. I just
52-0.
Yep.
I lost my mind that game.
Yeah.
I lost my mind.
I'm glad I don't remember that one, man.
Oh man.
That was rough.
Yeah. That game was crazy. And the thing that pissed me off even more was the night before the game, because like I was there, and when I go to the cities, I always kind of go to like touristy spots or whatever. But there was like a popular soul food place there. Mind you, this is before the game or the night before the game. So at that time, me and my girlfriend was there and some friends. Why did the waitress say, "Oh, half of the Raiders just left not too long ago"? And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell y'all doing? Y'all need to be eating like something healthy, getting ready for the game tomorrow, not eating these baked mac and cheese and fried chicken and cocktail. Man, and they went out and played like they were eating daggone soul food the night before the game. I was so damn pissed, man.
They played like they got the itis or something.
Oh man, it was bad.
Who was the coach then?
That game? 2014.
2014.
Was that who was after Dennis Allen? Was that Del Rio?
I think that was Dennis Allen.
Yeah,
Dennis Allen. How long did Dennis Allen get? 2 years.
I think he's only like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, he was a year and a half. I think he got canned in the middle of the season.
Okay, because he started in 2012. So yeah, that may have been Dennis Allen showing, bro. I was so mad.
Bro, I remember.
Huh?
That might have been his last game.
Oh, honestly, it may have. That's how bad that game was. Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. But man, guys, a little bit over my hour, man. But I really appreciate talking ball with you guys, man. I could do this all day. But I want to give you guys a little bit of time just to kind of tell everybody where they can find you, what all you got going on. I know AJ, you definitely got a lot of dope stuff going on. You've been making some crazy hype videos, super dope. But kind of tell everybody what all you got going on and where they can find your stuff and how they can get a hold of you if they want to purchase some content from you or graphics or whatever you call it.
Man, I mean, I got some stuff here in the chat, I got my Instagram link right here. That's where I'm most active at, usually there about every day. So I recommend you go follow me on there. Linked, you'll see the shirt I have on right here. My
fire! I got mine.
Just dropped, man. Yeah, I was able to send Chris his, man. So if you guys want one, the website will be linked. It's the first link you'll see when you get to my Instagram. I'll drop it here in the chat if you guys want it. But man, I have some work here. I just want to show one piece and then I'm done. But it's on this side, so you guys can't see it. Yeah. But man, this is like a big piece right here. This is something, I think this was July of last year. This is a pretty big piece, but this is
that's fire.
Work right here. To
Michael Mayer. My boy Leo probably like that.
Yeah, it's just
that's fire.
I've been working on, but yeah, this is basically what I do. I have some hype videos too. I just dropped those throughout the last week, so go to my Instagram, you'll find some cool stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, now are you gonna start making more merch and stuff? Because that shirt came out fire.
Man, I'm gonna make some more soon. Probably by hopefully middle of the season. Probably I'm thinking most likely heading into next season.
Okay.
Start of next season or preseason, but I'm aiming, if things go well with what I got going on right now, I'm aiming to get it get some within the middle of the season, especially if we're doing well.
Yeah, that sounds good. And my guy Keith, man, do you got anything going on? I know me and you kind of talked about some things behind the scenes on things that you want to start, man, but I know you're just like me. You'll talk ball with anybody, man. If anybody wants to get a hold of you and talk ball with you, man, where can they find you?
On my Instagram, it's Yo Raiders, real easy. I got a Twitter account that I don't use. That's Yo Raider. I got a Facebook that's just under my real name, so that's just Keith Doherty. If you're looking for me on there. That's about all I got right now. I mean, I'm eventually hoping to start this YouTube and do something with that. But, I was behind the scenes messaging Chris about that. So I'm not a tech guy, and it's taken me a lot longer, but I'll figure it out. So, but yeah, anybody that wants to talk ball, man, I love talking ball. Raider ball all day, every day, and I'll be at plenty of games this year, I'm sure. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait. AJ, are you going to any games this year?
Man, I don't think. Hopefully so, if I can. But man, I know I'm a little bit of a wrestling nerd, but I know when WrestleMania hits Allegiant, I want to try and make it out there for that. But man,
me and my friends,
I'm hoping so.
Me and my friends are on that WrestleMania. See, that's my guilty pleasure is wrestling. That shit.
Man, yeah. I was just watching SmackDown before this show.
Nice.
Keith, man,
nice.
you know what, Keith? I'm so mad you said that because I always make fun of Leo and all them because I'm thinking it is just like a West Coast thing, man. I'm like, man, I'm like out here in the Midwest, we don't watch no daggone wrestling no more.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh
Man,
man,
it's
now
big everywhere.
you made me lose all credibility, man. Nah, that's all good, man. But no, I definitely appreciate you guys, man. And then as you guys know, for me, man. This is my baby right here, my Fan Talk Friday. I'm a little over a year in, man, and it's just been a blast. Just getting to know so many people, man, building up the Shield Squad. So much love and encouragement I've been getting from you guys, man. So thank you guys so much, man. We got a lot more to go. I got some fire interviews coming up. I just with OTAs and stuff, I gotta wait for like that sweet spot for when some of these players are going to be available. But you guys are going to like some of these interviews I got coming up. And hopefully I'll get it done before training camp. But you definitely make sure you guys are subscribed and you guys hit the notification bell because whenever I do have the interviews, they probably won't be on a Fan Talk Friday, so it probably literally will be randomly throughout the week. But definitely make sure you guys subscribe because I'm going to have some fire. Trust me when I say it, I'm going to have some fire. But and then I also got my show every Sunday with my brothers. And actually, I'm only representing Leo because Turf and Rundown, all we do is argue. But not all my brothers
About Jakorian Bennett.
Oh yeah, but between Jakorian Bennett and Turf likes every running back. He thinks every running back is the next Marcus Allen. So he tries to convince me that Sincere McCormick and the Austin guy, Austin Walters, are going to be the next Bo Jacksons. But I love that guy, man. I love Turf. And I love Rundown, man. Those are my brothers. But every Sunday, we got our Sunday Syndicate show at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. So that's a fire show. And then me and Spicy Raider Girl every Wednesday. So but yeah, I appreciate every last one of you guys, man. So I can't wait to meet some of you guys in real life at games. Me and Keith randomly met at a game, man. Had a blast, man. Got to meet him and his wife.
Soon to be.
Okay, my bad. I don't want to get.
I get you, man. Get me in trouble.
Yeah, I'm about to say when I said it, I thought about like, oh shoot, okay. But anyway. But shout out to everybody, man. I really appreciate it. Let me see. Let me get before I get all the way out. Let's see what some of the comments say. Shout out to Fastest Edwards Racing, man. Appreciate you coming through. Said if you think Eric Metcalf was good, you need to watch Terry. Oh yeah, that's his dad. He was a Marshall Faulk before. Yeah. His dad was a beast. His dad. Yeah, my dad used to always. My dad used to always tell me about him, man. For sure. Cool, man. But hey, man. So again, I appreciate every last one of you guys. Make sure you guys go check my guys out, man. AJ, he really got a good thing going on with his graphics. And then Raider, keep your eye on him because he's gonna be up and coming with he has some great takes, especially because a lot of his takes are like mine. So of course he's gonna be successful, man. And he's from the Midwest. Great minds, man. Great minds for sure. Yeah. Man. But guys, like I always say, man. Players and coaches, they come and go, but we must always protect the shield, man. Thank you guys, and you guys be safe.